Good morning, students. Today we study class 10th, first chapter, chemical reaction and equations. In earlier 9th class, students, you study what are physical and chemical change. So that change, if you represent by in a reaction, that known as chemical reaction. If that reaction is balanced, then it's convert into equation like mathematics equation. So in our daily life, there are many activities, like if you place milk in summer season, and if you not boil, not warm, then what will happen in up to evening time? The milk change into curd, that milk change into sour, means that we can't use for our for making tea. Why? Because in milk have some bacteria, they convert into curd. In similar way, if you placed grapes in a polythene and you put 2-3 days, then what happen? The grapes are fermented and they have foul smell. Another one, sometimes you have seen when your mummy making chapatis, and sometimes water droplets put left on the tawa, iron pan, then what you will observe in next day? We observe that brown color found. If you put any iron container like kurpi, dhrati, if you placed open in humid atmosphere, that also change into brown color. So these are chemical change, like burning of candle, burning of paper, digestion of food, cooking of food. These are chemical change. Other change you studies like melting of ice, melting of ghee, melting of wax, such type change known as physical change. So students, today we study the chemical reaction means chemical change. That change if you represent by a reaction, that known as chemical reaction. For understanding this concept, we do some activity. First, you know that are magnesium ribbon. This one, students, magnesium ribbon, and that have like this blackish color, and I take a small piece of the magnesium ribbon. This magnesium ribbon, and that have black coating. So first I remove this coating by using a paper that we remove this black coating, use sand filter, but in a normal paper also some can this blackish color can remove. Why? Because magnesium is a reactive metal and it's react with oxygen and it's form a oxide layer. So this slightly this type blackish color, and we want to burn. What happen? We want to burn this magnesium ribbon by kept in a tongs, and on this. So you can see the white, this one is, that fumes are released out. This burning of magnesium ribbon, and that ash we have to collect in on a watch glass. So students, they are white dazzling flames. So this is not good for our eyes. Should be place the eyes for a more distance. So this compound react with air and convert into magnesium oxide. It burns with white dazzling flame. This white fume, when we collect in a watch glass, then you see that are white ash. This compound is magnesium oxide. This one is a new one. This one magnesium ribbon. When we burn, this convert into this white compound. This is magnesium oxide. And if you represent by a chemical reaction, then How can we write? I will write in this way. We take magnesium ribbon, so we can represent by a reaction in this magnesium. Magnesium burns in with air. For burning we need oxygen. Oxygen. And represent by arrow mark, because reactions convert in this and this convert into white. So this compound is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. So this one is a chemical reaction, but in chemical reactions we need in symbolic form, means smaller reaction. So for represent the reaction, so these left hand side, and there are two types. One is left side, other right side from the arrow mark. So left side known as reactants. These are reactants. And right hand side, these are products. Maybe product or products. If more than one, then products. If single, then product. So we represent in a reaction. Magnesium, you know, symbol Mg. And oxygen represented by a gas, and O2, because oxygen exists as a molecule. So we write O2. Then this convert into magnesium oxide. In 9th class, this formula you know. Magnesium, how can we write? Magnesium charge +2, oxygen -2. So cross over their charge. So we ignore. So their formula magnesium oxide. So students, you can write magnesium oxide. So in this way we can represent a chemical reaction. This one is chemical reaction, but this is not balance. What is balance? Both side number of atoms must be equal of all the substance. Left hand side magnesium, there is only one atom, right side also one. So this one balance. But oxygen, left hand side 2 atom, right side only one. So this is not balance. So in this chapter we discuss how can we balance the reaction. So we further proceed. So I write oxygen we want to 2. So I multiply by 2. So oxygen is balanced now, but magnesium is not balanced. So multiply by magnesium. So this one is equation. But we will detail discussion how can we balance the reaction in this chapter. So students, we discuss a new activity. Students, next activity, we take some dilute sulfuric acid in this conical flask and put some zinc granules. You know, zincs are shining molecules, they are zinc. I put on this conical flask some zinc granules. Then what will happen? In this you can observe easily the gas is released out. In this some gas one release out, and the some solution is hot. A gas is released out. This gas is hydrogen. How can we say this released gas is hydrogen? It burns with pop sound. In this activity, sulfuric acid when mix in dilute sulfuric acid and zinc metal, they release hydrogen gas. And the reaction medium temperature is hot. So we can explain the released gas is hydrogen. We take this same sulfuric acid in this test tube and zinc metal. So students, I feel pressure on this, and you can easily observe the release of the gas. So this gas, how can we confirm? How can we confirm? If it burns with pop sound. So when I burns, then it burns like this, pop sound. And the reaction mixture is, this confirms the released gas is hydrogen. And the gas is released very fast. So this is the explosive gas. Care should be handled. in this activity you are seeing the reaction medium upper side is hot, you fast, you can see this. So lot of gas release out. So this preparation of hydrogen. Okay. Another activity I am showing you of a chemical reaction. I take a salt, that is lead nitrate. This is white salt, and I make the solution. I put some water in this, then I make the solution by dissolving the salt. The salt is lead nitrate, and this one is now aqueous solution. Aqueous solution. In this solution, we mix another solution, that is potassium iodide. Another solution I make, this one is potassium iodide. Potassium iodide solution. So you can observe what happens when I put potassium iodide. So you can see what happens. That is yellow precipitate. This one yellow substance. Means I put lead nitrate and potassium iodide, then I get yellow precipitate. This question comes in CBSE 10th class exam in last year, and this exam also. What happened when we mix lead nitrate and potassium iodide? Write the reaction. So student, carefully observe this. In this you get the yellow precipitate settle down at the bottom. If you place some time, it is settled down. In these three activities, what we will observe? One, first we in burning of magnesium ribbon, white fumes release out. In second activity, we put zinc metal in dilute sulfuric acid, lot of heat release out, and the zinc metal is broken, and it's changed into like small black particles. And in third activity, I put lead nitrates aqueous solution, put potassium iodide, then we get yellow precipitate. So these are, in these three activity, what we will see? There is some color change, gas release out, temperature change. So such type in a chemical reaction, either color change or temperature change or any gas release out and a new substance is formed. So that is a chemical reaction or chemical change. So this you can say chemical change. This one also chemical change. The magnesium ribbon is different thing and this one is different thing. And another one, when you mix dilute sulfuric acid and zinc, they are separate and this hydrogen gas release out and the reaction medium is very hot. I feel very hot because this is a exothermic reaction, energy release out. Some reactions we feel cool also. So those are endothermic reaction. So students, how can we write the reactions? Then how we write the reaction in this? First we mix dilute sulfuric acid. So you know sulfuric acid formula, H2SO4. I put in this zinc metal. Then what happens? This change into a compound, hydrogen gas release out. And this convert into zinc sulfate, a compound, new compound. And hydrogen gas release out. So this one is a chemical reaction, and write I am in a symbolic form. You can write sulfuric acid, zinc, then zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So that take more time and more space, but in chemistry, in science, we write in a symbolic representation. But we can see the reaction is balanced or not. So we check this reaction is balanced or not. So at first you write serial number and elements, then left hand side and right hand side. What do you mean by left hand side, right hand side? Left hand side means left side and this one is right hand side. So first one serial means the element is hydrogen. We write hydrogen. Hydrogen left hand side, how many hydrogen? Only 2. So you write here 2. And right side also 2. So hydrogen is balanced, both side equal. Another one, we write the next element is sulfur. So sulfur left side 1, right side also 1. So you write left side 1, right side 1. Another one, third element is oxygen. So you write oxygen, left side is 4 and right side also 4. So this also balance. Fourth one is zinc. Left side also zinc 1 and right side also 1. So you can say in this tabular form, all the elements left side as well as right side both are equal, so this is balance. But why we need to balance a reaction? In 9th class, students, you already studied law of conservation of mass. According to law of conservation of mass neither created in a reaction, mass neither created nor destroyed in a reaction. It means mass of the reactant is equal to mass of the products. So you have to know this. So due to this, we have to balance the reaction. Some reactions are balanced, some are not balanced. So how can we balance the reaction? In this chapter, we study in detail how we balance any reaction. Students, we try to balance a reaction. How can we balance the reaction? We take an example as per your NCERT book. So iron, when react with steam, this one is a steam. When iron react with steam, this reaction come in this way. Iron react with steam, it's form a mixed oxide and hydrogen gas. Mixed oxide and hydrogen. So balance the reaction. At first step of a reaction is we have to write a skeleton of reaction. Means in symbolic representation we have to write. So this one is a skeleton of a reaction like backbone. After that, in first step, after writing a skeleton, we make box of in this reaction, like this one. We represent all the reactant and product in a like box. Why we put in box? The first step for a balancing a reaction, we put a skeleton of a reaction in the box. The reason behind this, because a given compound, any compound have a fixed formula and we balance with, we cannot increase and decrease. So first we change into a box and then we make a tabular form. In that tabular form, first you write serial number, then element, further we divide left hand side and right hand side. These only. Left hand side, right hand side, serial number of the element. So in this reaction we see this one is left hand side, these are reactant, and right side of the arrow mark, right hand side. So serial number 1, first, in first element is iron. First element is iron, Fe symbol. So left hand side only 1, but right hand side this one is 3. It means some imbalance, not balance. Another element, hydrogen. Left side only 2, right side also 2. So hydrogen is balanced, no need to change. Third one, oxygen. Element left side 1 oxygen, left side 1, right side 4. So in this way, in tabular form, you can identify. First step, we make the box and then you write left hand side, right hand side, number of elements. And at first try to balance that element is highest number. So when we carefully observe, then most difference is the oxygen. So oxygen difference is 3, other are 2, and there is no difference. So at first we try to balance oxygen. We can balance only divide or multiply, but we can't write anything inside the box. We can't write like here 4, because we need oxygen 4, but we can't change like formula H2O4. In this way we can't write. So this is wrong techniques, and we can't multiply this side also. We can divide or multiply. In a similar way, at first step, write step, box, and then identify which element is more. Second step is multiply the suitable coefficient, any side, either reactant side or product side. Either reactant side or product side. Okay. In second step, when we compare, then oxygen is highest difference, so we can only multiply or divide. We can't change the formula of the compound. So left side only 1, right side 4, so we can multiply by 4. If you multiply by 4, yeah, you can say 4 into H2O, then this oxygen is 4 and hydrogen is 8. So others are also different. In this way, hydrogen will change. So you have to write again. If we multiply one element, then we see another element. So if in this way multiply by 4, so oxygen is balanced but hydrogen imbalance. Hydrogen how many now? 4 to the 8, means 8. Left hand side hydrogen atom 8, but right side only 2. So this also multiply by 4. So 4 hydrogen. This one is second step. First step, we make the tabular form, then identify which element is higher and which side is lower. Then you can multiply by a coefficient that balance the reaction. Then we further see more remaining element in this iron. Iron is right hand side 3 element, but left side only 1. So you easily can multiply by 3. So iron 3, and after we balancing the reaction, all the reactions again we write, and if you see what are the equal number, the elements left hand side and right hand side. So in this one, first one is element is iron. In iron, left hand side 3, right hand side also 3. So this one is balanced. And second element is hydrogen. Left hand side 8, 4 to the 8, and right side 4 to the 8, that also 8. Third element is oxygen. Left hand side 4, right hand side also 4. So oxygen is balanced. So in this way, there are only 3 elements and all are balanced. So after this, the last step is we remove the box. Then we remove the box. So when we remove, then we get balance equation. When we get balance equation like this one, iron plus steam change into mixed oxide plus hydrogen. So we write 4, 4, 3. In this way, this one is a balance equation. But in this equation, one thing is remaining, that is physical state. If you know the physical state, represented by solid, liquid, gas, and aqueous. If like the burning of magnesium ribbon, you know, magnesium in which state? Solid state. So you can write solid small s, liquid L, gaseous G. So iron we know. If you know, then should be write physical state also, this one solid small s. Water water do not react. This one steam is gas, so this one is gaseous state. And this one ferric mixed oxide, this also again solid. And hydrogen you know gas, so you can write gas. If a reaction represented by physical state also, that also very good importance. And then in this way we can balance the reaction. Another example is on that activity. This activity already shown. So we write this activity in a reaction. So in that activity what we have taken? One is lead nitrate. So you write in this way, lead nitrate. That also a way of representation of a reaction. Lead nitrate mix ion potassium iodide. Potassium iodide solution. Aqueous solution. Potassium iodide, aqueous solution. Lead nitrate, aqueous solution. When we mix, then we get yellow precipitate. That is lead iodide. Lead iodide. Lead iodide. Yellow precipitate. Yellow precipitate plus potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate. This question comes in this CBSE exam 2020. What happen if you mix lead nitrate and potassium iodide and write the reaction? And what color? They ask the color. So this color is yellow color. Yellow precipitate. So students, how can we write the reaction in skeleton form? So you should know the charge on nitrate and lead. If you don't remember the charge, then you can't write the accurate formula. So you should know what are the charge on nitrate. We write in a rough work because these are in 9th class. Nitrate you know NO3 minus 1 and lead Pb plus 2. So you should remember when you write the formula. So how can you write Pb NO3 all twice? In this way you should write. So I write lead nitrate Pb NO3 all twice. This one lead nitrate, white salt, lead nitrate you seen already, white crystal. When I dissolve, then aqueous solution. So potassium iodide, this solution, that also white salt, but I prepare this like this one is potassium iodide, Ki solution. Potassium you know again, potassium symbol K, charge plus 1, iodide minus 1. How can you write? Crossover, then formula Ki. You already learnt in 9th class. Then Ki, that is symbol. And when they react, they only exchange lead iodine, potassium nitrate. So we write lead iodide formula, then Pb plus 2 charge you know, lead PbI2. That is yellow color, yellow precipitate. And potassium nitrate, we write potassium nitrate. So this reaction is in symbolic form. This is also a skeleton. This one is skeleton form. This write only in language form. This takes more times. If you know the symbol and the formula, then you can write faster way. So now we balance this reaction. So first you have to know their accurate formula of the compound. Then you can balance. For balancing the reaction we need in a symbol like this. We have to put in a box. Why we put in a box? Because inside we can't change nothing. If you change inside, then formula will change. So we put in a box. Then you write serial number, element, left hand side, right hand side. So first element you see, 1, lead. Lead is element, left side only 1, left side 1, right side also 1, means balance. Another element, you write nitrogen. In this, so nitrogen there are actually left hand side 2 because they are whole twice. So left hand side nitrogen 2, right side only 1. It means imbalance. Other one is, next element is oxygen. So left hand side 6, 3 to the 6. But right only 3. Right hand side only 3. Other one, 4 element is potassium. Potassium left side only 1, right side only 1, so this is balance. And last element is iodide. I. Left side 1, right side 2. So we see in tabular form which one is most difference. So that is oxygen is most difference. So at first we try to balance oxygen. So oxygen, how can you balance? This side 3 to the 6 and there is only 3. So you multiply by this box by 2. If you multiply by 2, then oxygen is 6, oxygen balance. And but by multiplying this change potassium again change into 2 and there is 1 only, nitrogen 2, nitrogen is balance. So another element we can say, iodine there are 2, there is only 1, and so you write here is 2, then potassium is balance, 2 potassium there also and iodine. So students, in such a way you can balance. First you make the box, then you identify which element is most difference. You multiply a coefficient by observing, and this method known as hit and trial method. This method name is hit and trial method. This balancing of a reaction is hit and trial, like when we play cricket, if a batsman out on first ball, then he say this ball is trial ball, please give me another ball. And if he hit the 6, then the match is start. If he bowled in first ball, then the match is trial. So in similar way, if you try and hit, multiply, then if possible, either we take another method. So in this, after that we see all are equal or not in tabular form. So lead you say now, lead left side 1, right side also 1. Nitrogen now 2, left side 2 and that side also 2 because multiply by 2. Oxygen left side 6, right side 2 3 ja 6, also 6. Another one, potassium, left side 2 potassium and right side also 2. So you can write in this way. And left side there are 2 iodine, so right side also 2. In this way, when we observe clearly, all the elements are equal, so this is a balanced reaction. After that, while balancing a reaction, we remove the box. This box is remove out. So when we remove the box, this one is a balanced reaction. So in such a we write a balanced reaction. So these are steps. First write skeleton, then you write accurate formula, then identify left hand side, right hand side, which is most difference, multiply by a coefficient, and then further other coefficient, then you find out if the reaction is balanced. So this is a method of balancing of a reaction. If you know physical state, then you can write in a physical state also. This lead nitrate you write aqueous solution because we dissolve. Potassium iodide also aqueous solution. You write a color because this one is a yellow color and this is some settle down. I can put more, then it is precipitate. So this one is yellow color. yellow color or precipitate. Precipitate means the component is settled down at the bottom. This one is solid state, sometimes solid state, and this you can write aqueous solution. So students, in such a way we can write any chemical reaction. If there is heat release out, then we can heat and this side or that side. In a reactions, there are other parameters also. Sometimes we have to heat or cool, and we write on arrow mark. There are some catalyst, temperature, pressure. On this arrow mark, we write something. In a reaction, some parameters write above or below the reaction. We write one example. One is given in your NCERT book, carbon monoxide. A gas when react with hydrogen, another gas, it's convert a poisonous substance, that is methanol, CH3OH, that is liquid. This compound, you know, poisonous wine. Sometimes in the news you seen that many people died by taking the wine, that is alcohol. That one is, this one is methanol. Methanol. We will study in 4th chapter how can we write the name of the compound. They are carbon compounds. So when we balance this reaction, then hydrogen there are 2 atoms and there are only 4, oxygen 1, carbon oxygen is balanced, and hydrogen 3 plus 1, 4. So I write directly, if a reaction, we write above or below something like temperature, pressure and any catalyst. So in this reaction, there are 340 atmosphere written. So what indicates 340 atmosphere? Means we have to apply pressure. So these gas convert into liquid state. Either if we don't apply this pressure, atmosphere is a unit of the pressure, large unit. Studies, 1 atmosphere have 1,1325 Pascal. So I write another example, that is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis take place in plants that needed, you know, chlorophyll and sunlight. That are necessary parameters. So in a photosynthesis, how can we require carbon dioxide plus water? Water needed, that in liquid form, carbon dioxide, you know, in gaseous form. But it dissolves in water. So that carbon dioxide also in aqueous, we need aqueous form. The plants take by sunlight. Sunlight needed and chlorophyll. If there is no chlorophyll, reaction is not happen. They form glucose, C6H12O6, glucose means carbohydrate, that is food for us, and oxygen gas release out and water vapor also release out. So in this way, water vapor in liquid form, oxygen in gaseous form, that also dissolve in water, and this one is glucose. When we balance this reaction in such a way, then 6 and 6. So this reaction is photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide 6 mole is water, and you get glucose, oxygen and water. So students, if you write any physical state, then easily can understand which type of the food. This food also in aqueous form, glucose also in aqueous form, oxygen gas also released with water. So this is not in free state. So when we go near the tree, then we feel some moisture. We get some in summer season because it's release moisture, oxygen. So trees are very helpful because they take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So in this way, students, you can solve in-text question given in your NCERT book. you write all the balance equation in your notebook, and if you have any problem, then you can ask me, write on comment box, and share and subscribe, and share the needy students. For tomorrow we will learn different type of reactions. Thank you.